Meryl really wanted to be here tonight. And when it became obvious that she wouldn't be, she emailed Kathy and I and asked if I could read a letter from her to the group. So before we do, thank you guys. This is a great night. I'm having a good time. That was amazing, and I don't know how I could possibly follow that song with a downer. But, okay, so, from Meryl. Hi everyone. I really wish I could be there with all of you and not do this. But since I can't be there, at least I have the technology to talk with you, to thank you, and to say goodbye. It's been an interesting and, yes, at many times, even fun 2 years. The Peace Corps tagline, "The toughest job you'll ever love," has turned out to be very true for me. For the most part, I've loved Lesotho. I've loved the moments that happen when you're talking to a kid and you see that look of comprehension come to their eyes. That happens maybe once every 1,000. And then you hear the excitement in their voices as they talk about the future. For myself, those are the moments when I think, this is the reason I'm here. Maybe there's hope. I love walking during the early mornings when the fog is hanging in the valley and Lesotho is green and beautiful. I love the fact that every time I walk up to my house, Baxter, my family's dog, runs down to greet me. However, there have been many moments when I have wondered why I am here in Lesotho. Times when I felt like I was the worst volunteer. Times when I wondered if anyone was listening. Times when I wondered if I could stand one more funeral. But during all of those times, something would happen, eventually, that would encourage me. That would help me move on and get out of bed the next day and see what happens. A lot of that had to do with all of you. Some of you invited me to help with projects that you were working on. I would go and watch your interactions with kids and your communities and be inspired. I was always inspired by your obvious commitment to make a difference. I would always leave with hope and excitement in my heart about the fact that a single Peace Corps volunteer can make a difference. Maybe just by planting a seed that might not bear fruit in years, but I always knew that eventually that seed will bear fruit. I read stories in the Hotso and hear stories from other volunteers about projects going on and how loved some volunteers are in their communities, and I have hope. There have been times I've wanted to quit, but then I hear about some of you and the impact you're making. Lost my place. And I know that if I can hang in there, take your example, and pour into one relationship at a time, there's a reason to stay. There's a quote I like that goes like this: "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in getting up every time we do." So many of you have taught me this here in Lesotho. You never quit. I am so grateful to you. Thank you. To the Peace Corps staff, the last few weeks have been among the hardest in my life. Peace Corps Lesotho has supported me every step of the way. In my opinion, you have gone above and beyond what is necessary. You're a big reason that I know that once I am back, all will be good. From the bottom of my heart, I say to you, Kia leboha, I'm so grateful. My very, 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 very strong desire is to come back to Lesotho, and hopefully that will be soon. But in counting the days that PC Washington can keep me, I may be back as late as the second week in May, which means that some of you will have left. And since most of the rest of you will be on lockdown, I may not get to see anyone to say goodbye. It grieves me to think about not being able to see all of you one last time. I'm hoping to keep in touch with you via Facebook, email, etc. As far as CHED goes, I believe you are among the best people I have ever met. I'm grateful and privileged to have the opportunity to serve with you. I love you guys. Meryl Nosler.